What's up, my people? We are live. All right, folks, let me take you to happier times before I got to start talking about today's episode. Now, you see, they gave us a perfect yesterday, and then I'm going to tell you who ruined this.
You see,
Now that was the good part, okay? Couldn't happen to a nicer man. But you want to know what effed it up? Today, Tracy Quartermain, her old ass, had to walk up in here sticking her nose where it didn't belong. I'm like, damn, Tracy. Out of all the years you've been this evil, vindictive bitch, you left your father on the floor having a heart attack, but yet you had to save Drew. I'm like, damn. Why she got to do this? Hi Felton. Hi Melanie. How are you, sweetheart? I'm glad you're feeling better. Hi Allison. Hey Black Purple. Audra and Kyle like each other, just too stubborn to admit it. Hi Rosemary Brown. Hi Felton. Don't be talking smack about. I'm talking smack about your Tracy. Tracy Quartermain's a dumb bitch today, okay? She sure is. She needs to get dragged by me. How dare she? We were so close from getting rid of Drew, and Tracy had to be the one to ruin it, okay? It should have been someone I already hated. But Tracy Quartermain was out of pocket for saving that no good long neck bastard. Drew should be dead, and he would be dead if it wasn't for Tracy Quartermain. Tracy should have looked at Drew on that floor, turned around, and got in her car and drove away. Exactly. I would have been like, oh, my. And especially she going to give a towel to that man. Hello, Regina. How are you? She's going to give her a towel too. And to stop the bleeding on top of that, I could see, okay, maybe you did your civic duty when you called 911. I am dead. Why also suddenly acting like they gave a damn about Drew? They capped twice in the back, like, miss me with that. Exactly. The nanny told Mr. Sheffield, I got good news. Yeah, that's news, all right, but I'm like, but he has to play related to Nikki Newman. We shouldn't have to deal with any more of Nikki Newman's spawns. And on top of that, see, Trip remind me of someone that I smashed, and I really never liked Trip because of that. But now I got to deal with him again as Noah Newman. So that's great. And I miss Wendy. Glad to see you, Virginia. How you doing, Kurt? I'm doing very well tonight. I think Willow has a split personality. Probably. All she needs is someone to turn her every which way but loose. That's what she needs. Because I'm on Michael's side. Willow, you're not seeing my children. You're not seeing my children. You're not looking at my children. Willow is cracked and her inner evil twin is coming out. Crazy eyes. Willow's regaining her personality. Willow ain't ish. Oh, and Willow with her fake fainting conveniently right in front of Trace. I'm like, damn it, Trace. Why the hell didn't you let this diabolical deranged trick Willow hit the floor? Exactly. Let her hit the floor. Because I don't like Willow spending too much time around Chase. Chase is a happily married man, that don't need to be given no other woman any other attention. Now, that's the one thing that bastard Drew said yesterday that made sense. How would Brooklyn feel about you telling her all that other stuff? I'm like, yeah, Chase, don't make me have to turn you every which way but loose. I'm telling you, Chase, you keep messing with the wrong man. Me and Brooklyn Quarterman, we don't play. But now that I'm looking forward to is Ava Vitale and Melanie. Also, Roger Howarth is coming too. So I'm looking forward to that too. The nanny is so dark now. Yeah, Claire is all in her feelings. All up in her feelings. Like, Claire, don't be mad, boo, that Audra looked better than Claire. I mean, Claire, you're a pretty little girl. You're a pretty girl, but Audra Charles is a real woman. Chase is not a happily married man. Yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is. You tell me what man in his right mind wouldn't be happy to be married to Brooklyn Quartermain. Okay, you tell me what man in his right mind wouldn't want Brooklyn Quartermain? Who wouldn't be happy to be sleeping next to Brooklyn Quartermain every night? Fuck every night, every hour. I'd be trying to kiss her all day long if I had Brooklyn Quartermain. Are you kidding me? Brooklyn Quartermain's the best thing since sliced bread. Willow is the best thing Chase could do. The CEO guy pissed me out. Take off a hat of a kid. Maybe hitting the floor a couple of times could have knocked. I can't with you, Dewan. Dewan is an exception to the rule. Okay, how's poor Rick doing? Ball gag, depends in the basement, missing all the lions. Look, Rick will be all right, okay? Ava just gave him a little tap on the head. So, as far as I'm concerned, Christina and Alexis are to blame for all of this, okay? They're to blame for every last bit of it. My day was fine. So as far as Rick, I feel like he's hallucinating all of this. All Ava did was just give him a little light tap on the head. And I feel that he's hallucinating Christina and Alexis having anything to do with Ava and the thing. So as long as my Ava action, not lions, I'm dead. Well, why'd I see lions? Ava hit him first. Yes, Ava hit him on the head. Okay, that's what Ava did. She hit him, but that was just a little moment. It was just a little pat. All she did was pat him on the head. She patted him on the head. That's the difference. What the hell is Portia doing? She quickly got over Curtis. I would be too. Hi, Julie. How are you tonight? But hold on. So let me reread your comment then, since I saw a lion. I'm gonna reread your comment then. How's poor Rick doing? Ball gagged and depends in the basement, missing all the action. There we go. Cause I can't type worth shit. Lord, Ava clocked him on the head. So it was just a little love tap. Why y'all making Ava out to be some type of monster, okay? She didn't do nothing that wrong, okay? All she did was just give Rick a little love tap, and Christina and Alexis talked her into. You cannot blame Alexis and Christina more than Ava knocked him sideways. Look, listen, at the end of the day, if Christina wasn't out here causing trouble, Ava would have never had to do anything, okay? Ava and Rick were getting along just fine. Christina's the one that decided to be playing her immature games of divide and conquer had Christina not cut the brick line. So therefore, this is all Christina's fault. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Portia sure seemed to bounce around back quickly. Hussy, she sure is. She's a nasty heifer. I knew Kyreese was gonna call what Ava did to Rick a love tap. I knew it. Now I demand to start getting paid around here. When did you know that? When did you know that? When did you know that? I had to assess the situation. Okay, when I thought that Ava killed him, then I had some words for her, but she didn't kill him now. So no harm, no foul. It builds character. Let me stop. I'm going straight to hell. All this does is build Rick's character up. That's it. Ava was just giving him some tough medicine. Okay? Rick is a grown man now. Hello, Melinda. Oh, how you twist everything round and round to make Ava the innocent victim. I don't make her the innocent victim. Christina makes her the innocent victim. Okay, this isn't about me. I'm not wrong here. Okay, Christina is Christina is evil. Okay, she's evil to her core. This is what that girl does, and I believe Christina's manipulating Michael too. You know, how do I know that Willow and Michael wouldn't have made up by now if Christina? Okay, all right. I can't take it that far. But still, if Christina wasn't out here doing what she did, then a whole lot of stuff wouldn't be happening. Like, who told Christina to have to be the buffer between Wiley and Amelia and Michael? Okay? Who told Christina that? She was the right person for that. Okay? Christina is at fault for all of it. Rick have done worse. Thank you, Felton. Rick has done so much worse. So all Ava did was just give him a little love tap. And it got a little out of hand. The thing is, Ava didn't do anything anybody else wouldn't. Because you believe that witch Willow fainted and I'm like, girl, exactly. I'm like, girl, if she don't get her little bag of bones ass up somewhere. I can't believe I once had a crush on Willow. I cannot believe that. Could you believe when she came to town, I was simping for her like no other when Willow came to town. Ava relent is a love tap to the noggin with a indicative object. Exactly. Just a little love tap. That's it. That was all. However, could be Chancellor Tucker. No, not Tucker. Not Tucker. We can't have Tucker back. And Dylan McAvoy on the. Ew, but if he's Dylan, that means he's Nikki's son. We can't be giving Nikki no more relatives. Nikki Newman is a horrible person. Like, today I watched The Young and The Restless. It was a good episode. You want to know why? 2 reasons. No Nikki Newman and no Diane Jenkins. Ava's love language is give him a little love tap to the noggin with a hard decorative. Oh, next, ever hear that song around a bitch better have my money? Don't act like you forgot. I called the shot. La. Yep, I listen to that song all the time. I haven't listened to that song in a minute, though. I'm in love with a stripper. I haven't listened to that song in a few days either. Also, Jason, run back to Croatia, run to your Britta. Did she call him yet? Because I know that I'm enjoying Jocelyn being held hostage, though, a little bit. Drew was the second person I was disappointed to find alive, was still alive this week. Exactly. Drew is just a horrible human being that should have been dead a whole year ago. Do you think Mr. Sheffin and the nanny will get a better relationship? What's going on with Audra and Kyle? Since I watched it today. Audra, she's a conniving snake, but it's Kyle's fault. Okay, Kyle is at fault here. He kept finding ways to mess with Audra's money, so she had to find a way to do that. If it was all, see, when she was working at Newman Media with Kyle, that bitch Nikki fired him first, and then she went around and she fired Audra. So technically, this is all Nikki Newman's fault, but I don't like Kyle either, so I'm going to find a way to blame him too. So hold up. And then, with the whole Tucker McCall thing, yeah, that was just dumb. But she had the company. She was going to run it, but she had to vote him out with Victor's help. And then Victor screwed her over because Kyle screwed her over. So now Victor screwed her over again. And Kyle, now she wants to get even. So she called her here what she was saying. Audra need to go. Audra's not going anywhere. But to the bedroom. But she was looking drop dead gorgeous when she had on that red dress. Audra's out for herself. As she should be, though, because nobody takes care of Audra. Okay? At the end of the day, do you think Audra wants to be this way? No. But look at the way they treat her. They treat her like crap. Like Kyle now thinks he's going to try to run Audra out of town, Autumn. That's what Kyle's thinking that he's going to do. But Audra, you are passion to hate with a purple passion on seeing the only thing that was exciting was a fight between Audra and Claire. I believe that, Melanie. I believe that, sweetie. Ooh, was it a fist fight? Audra, I'm hoping that she throws hands with Claire. It was just so weak, but it was just name call. Oh, it was only name calling. Okay. You my guy. I can't be team Audra. Audra can go to beyond the gates. As she should. I bet you the Duprees would treat her better than the Newmans did. I could see her working with Bill Hamilton. Have you mentioned yet how Portia is about to intentionally paralyze Drew? That would be a good thing if she does that. I hope she gets him lower though. Let's give him that Victor Cassadine treatment. I think that will get Drew even more. If she makes sure he can't reproduce again, I have a feeling Victor gonna run Kyle out of town. Kyle and Audra need to stop fronting. I'm team the nanny. Who do you think shot Drew? Hi, Island Breeze. Well, it wasn't Miss Horseshaw because she was getting her freak on. So let's see. It could have been Willow. I'm thinking it's gonna be like some side character, like probably that Trick. What's her name? That Colette woman, or maybe it was Marco. But I'm predicting it was probably Colette, that woman. But Colette would have shot him dead. So I saw an old picture of Willow with long hair, and she was beautiful. I thought, oh, that's why you were in love with her. Yeah, it was her hair. That hair, I was so in love with her then, but now I'm like, I don't think the hair could the shooter shot her. It had a short bob. It was Willow. I think Willow was too obvious. Yeah, but you see, with Willow, then they would have to get rid of her, and we can't have nice things. You know, we really can't have nice things. The shadow had a short bob, looked like a woman. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it was Colette that did that. A throwaway character. She shot Drew. Or someone's gonna, or if it was Willow, then Drew's gonna cover up for her. Then we gotta go through all that all over again. They're about to lock Kai up for a little while. They find the real killer. Unfortunately, another one of Trina's boyfriends gone. Oh, they're gonna try to frame Kai for it. They do need to get rid of Willow at some point. Yeah, at some point, but you know, we can't have nice things because they're gonna find a way to ruin it. I think it was the nanny who took out Drew. We just they won't get rid of her. They will give her some split personality, and she will claim insanity. It's true. It worked for Carly. It worked for Alexis. Oh, hell no. I don't want to see any more Willow and Drew. This is why I want them both gone. I want them gone too. Don't get me wrong, but I have a feeling it's going to be Colette that did that. That woman that's working with Brennan, that's who did it. On Brennan's orders. Yeah, because I wanted to know who shot Drew. That's who probably did it. It's going to be a huge letdown. But I wish if Sonny gets to kill Jagger, then why can't they let a main character be the one that shot Drew? Like, I don't care if it was Little Bill Curtis. I don't care if it was Michael. I don't care if it was whoever. Like, let it be someone major who actually shot Drew. But it's going to be Colette. Ava got away with murder, so why not Willow? First, well, yeah. Colette was with Brennan during the shooting. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ava was like, block, block, block. Hi, last day. That's true. But didn't she sneak off? Well, then if it wasn't her, then maybe it was another. But I have a feeling it's going to be a disappointing character that pulled the trigger. But it could have been Liesl Obrecht. Or what if it was Nell? That would be one hell of a twist if it was Nell. I'm happy that you don't watch because Matthew Atkinson is Thomas Forrester is back, and now him and Paris are not engaged anymore. Ugh! That man makes my skin crawl after what he did to my girlfriend. She would be alive if it wasn't for him, you know? I think the person that shot Drew had a hoodie. Mm-hmm. If it wasn't, hope you are both well. Yeah, but that is so unfortunate that Willow gets to live to tell the tale. Emma Barber. I think it was Willow or someone not experienced who goes in for a second shot and not to the head to finish the job. Exactly. What is this, amateur night? Twice in the head, once in the gut, and ought to do the trick. I'm just saying. And then also, why didn't they pick up their shells afterwards? See, that's what you can't be doing, folks. When you shoot somebody, you got to first of all you need to pick up your shells. That was just sloppy. I didn't see them pick up nothing. And then and then also you're supposed to use a silencer too. See, people be so sloppy. You got to use a silencer on these guns. You shouldn't even be hearing them gunshot wounds. Willow probably gonna turn into Nell when she's stressed. Nell shot Drew. Hi, Ron. Ron said, "What did you think about Gabby planting a listening device at Kyriaka's company? Gabby's a tramp. What about Danny? Danny didn't do it. But what if it was Scout? That would be one twist. They think that Scout is at that summer camp. Because, first of all, who does a overnight summer whatever in September? I'm like, girl, I agree. Colette was at Sidwell's right before the shooting, and where would Willow get a gun? How is work? Her work's been fine. Did you hear back from that job interview? Did you call them? But yeah, Ron, I think that Gabby Hernandez is a tramp. Also, Kai wiped that door but left the bat on the floor with all his prints on it. Oh Lord. Nina probably would have gotten help from Ava. Exactly. Because we all know Ava knows how to get away with crap. What about Rocco? I don't think Danny has the balls to do it, but I think Rocco does. How does Danny have no balls, but Rocco does? How does that work last day? When Danny's the one that dares to do things, and Rocco is the one that has to be talked into doing things. I heard that Kyreese Clarke got both Amy Choi and Cat Lady pregnant at the same time. I thought Cat Lady baby making days were over. How did that happen? Hold that. Now I'll make some babies with Amy Choi. I'll make 3 babies with Amy Choi if I had to. Hi, Allison. Um, Allison said, "Hey, Kyreese in chat. So glad Drew's been handled. Portia's probably going to help accidentally make sure that Drew is no longer living." Exactly. Portia, just do us a favor. But as far as Cat Lady is concerned, now Cat Lady is a lovely lady, but I'm not paying all that child support. So I'm gonna have to be a deadbeat to one of them. But I'm kidding. I take care of all my children's. I think Danny and Rocco and Danny were still shook up from seeing that dead judge. Yeah. Sidwell's behind both shootings. Exactly. Now Sidwell, but also is Sophia's stepdad. And I'm about to get Sophia in line. Johnny is now the professor at Salem U with Aaron, Tate, Holly, Ariana, and Sophia going there. Johnny? When did he get some credentials to be a professor? That's what I want to know. When did he get any sort of credentials to be a professor? Who gave him that degree? Who bought that degree? Who did EJ pay off? Okay, you talked me out of my theory. It was not the professional, but that's who I thought it was at first. But apparently, it's not, because she was right there at the time of the shooting. But I have a feeling it's going to be some sort of throwaway character. It could be Jacinda. You might also sleep with Sophia and get her and her mom pregnant. Look, I'm all for baby making days, but I don't want Sophia. No way. But I'm all for making more babies. So, keep searching for me, Ron. Keep searching. Do you think that Anna should be CEO of Demera, not Gabby? Yeah, because Gabby's a tramp. She shouldn't be the CEO of nothing. She's the CEO. No, she's the CEO of Demera, would be Gabby. That would be CEO. Hello. Abby's a no good tramp. Just a nasty. Kaiwan said, I think it's Brad. I think either Brad or Lucas that shoot somebody unexpected. No, Lucas is right there performing the surgery, so it can't be him. Brady asked the judge to give Kristen the maximum sentence on going to prison for shooting AJ, but it was that Rachel, that brat. Look, Rachel needs a good old fashioned switch to her rear end because I'm sorry, Rachel is just too evil, and I don't believe in corporal punishment. The CEO, I heard that he got a vasect. Ron said he heard that Albert Bostic has a vasectomy, so he can't get anyone pregnant, and isn't Cat Lady a grandma? Mm-hmm. Crazy. Love. But Portia, Liz had Willow change her wet clothes. That was probably evidence that won't be found now. Oh, I didn't see that part. So okay, maybe it really was Willow, but Willow would be predictable though. Like, let's get a twist in there. I want it to be someone really good that shot Drew. That we're like, yes, get him. I hate the CEO guy. Do you see Sophia, Aaron, and Ariana as a couple? I guess so. Like, I was gonna watch Days of Our Lives, but I didn't feel like looking at Tate today. Like, as soon as I read Tate in the description, I got mad all over again. Cause I'm still mad that Tate and Holly are bad together. I blame DC Soap Sanctuary and Kyreese Clarke for Passions getting canceled because Tabitha's old ass had a baby Adora at 80 years old. Willow or Colette shot Drew. Yeah, I wanted to say it was Colette. That's who I really believed. Yeah, if it ended up being Willow, where's the mystery and intrigue? As far as I'm concerned, exactly. If it was Willow, why wouldn't they just show her shooting him? If it's Willow, do you think Drew will still want to marry her? Probably. And then have her committed. He would do that. He would marry her and then have her committed. Where he should be. But Drew is so evil. How do you feel about Holden and Claire? I think they have some good chemistry. I do. I'm not mad. Get back together. I'm happy. Well, at least that makes one of us as happy. Because I'm mad as hell. I cannot stand Tate. He's no good for her. He's no good for nobody. Okay? Tate is the devil. Tate makes me sick. But hold up. I'm about to put up a poll in a second. About to put up Audra Charo stripper poll. Well, Audra, she should be pregnant. With the baby. I don't want Kyle with Claire. Tate is good for Holly. Lies and fallacies. Well, that's your opinion. I respect your opinion, even though I wholeheartedly disagree with it. Because Tate make me sick. He had to deflower Holly. Hi LaShanta. I want Jada and Melinda. I want my cake and eat it too. Hey, eat it. That's right. Eat that cake. From the front and the back. Eat the cake. Look, look, look. All right, now all of these are unlikely people. So this is meant to be out of all. Who would you want if they wanted to do a complete twist out of nowhere? All these unlikely suspects. Who would you want to be the one to have shot Drew? Would you want it to have been Carly, Nina, Dr. O, or Jacinda? Jacinda is the hoe. I mean, the 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 sex worker. Am not using no protection when it comes to getting down and dirty. Boom! I answered this poll like a boss. Who did you pick? But I know it wasn't Carly because Carly was definitely with Brennan. Crystal clear that Holden and Thing. Star said Nina. Yeah, that would be one twist if that was Nina. Willow or Colette. That's what I suspected too. I, I wanted it to be. I think I still have a feeling it could end up being Colette. Colette. Why isn't Ava? You know, she was so close to being on this list, but Ava got too many things to do. She got too many things on her plate. She ain't thinking about Drew right now. Ava Jerome smoked Drew. Black Purple is the one that shot Drew. I'm dead. Ron is putting you in the list, Black Purple. Look, I think if Black Purple did it, she would gladly take credit for it. I'm just saying. I would. I would have no problem being the one to have shot Drew with a smile on my face. Me and how many other fans lined up to unalive Drew. But you see, if I would have gotten my shot in, it wouldn't. I wouldn't have stopped at them two bullets. I would have gotten all my pent up frustrations out. Kai left fingerprints. Kai is such a dummy. Kai is not smart. No, no, no. I know that's right. I ended Drew and everyone's going to know about it. Woo! Kyreese Clarke shot Drew. Well, Drew shouldn't have messed with me, okay? They should have known. I done killed bitches for less, okay? I done shot back. I done, they should, he should have asked about me. He should have asked about me. he wasn't the first. He won't be the last. I'm just saying. Look. What if Marco shot Drew? You know, I was thinking about that too. It could have been Marco. That would be some drama for Lucas. Kyreese Clarke, Danny Bear, and Phoenix Remains shot his fictional Drew. I feel why Tracy? Exactly. Why did Tracy have to get in the way of God's work? God wanted Drew to die, and he would have been dead if Tracy didn't get in the way. Also, hit that like button. That helps keep the momentum growing. We are on the rise. Me, Kyreese, with the conspirators and taking Drew out. Actually, I legit see something like that going down. Look, let's see who's winning this poll. All right, Nina's winning the poll. I like Chatham. Cause what did Drew do with Jacinda though? Cause remember he exposed when Kai snitched. Um, that came out. So did Drew when he claimed he was in Washington? Did he do something with Jacinda? I think deep down inside, her nephews remind her of Alan. Deep down reminders. Willow's crazy delusional ass. Was it Willow that shot Drew? That's the running theory. It was either Willow, Colette, or but Colette was apparently with Brennan. I didn't see that. Don't put me in no categories with that Klondike bar, okay? So I'm about to delete Dewan's comment because I don't want to see that. You heard me? I'm petty. So I'm just saying. Don't be pairing me up with the Klondike bar. Cat lady lied about her baby days being over. Doesn't mean she can't still conceive a child. Why the F is she lying? I hate Adam and Chelsea with a purple passion. Is Rocky and her kids asleep? Rocky is asleep, actually. She is indeed. She is tired. All her life she done had to fight. Liz pissed me off. Michael and Carly for Willow, dumber than a box. Drew was trying to track Jacinda down and bring her back to Port Charles to say Curtis was lying on him because of Kai's little. Oh, okay, you're starting to make me think Jacinda could actually be a suspect. She's definitely a throwaway character. Uh huh. It's true. Britt kind of needs to get over herself. She sure do. But I'm glad she left Jocelyn there thus far. I would have done that. I would refuse to stick my neck out for Jocelyn. Liz is nutty, just like Willow. No, Elizabeth is a good person. Okay, Elizabeth try to put Carly on game. Okay, if Carly, I ain't sharing my woman with anyone, meaning Jada and Melinda Trask. Oof, you are one lucky man. Sirwa was the one that had that judge. Oh, definitely. But what if it was Marco that actually killed that judge? I know who shot Drew. It was Mr. Sheffield. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? I'm dead. But I despise Steffi Forrester. I mean, Thomas Forrester and him returning. Did he have. But to anyone that watches that trashy TV show, was Chucky with Thomas today? Little Chucky Douglas, was he with Thomas? Or did they send him off to boarding school? I'm still hoping Aaron and Marlene are together. Gemini. Marco no better than Brad. Yeah, Marco was pushing my nerves. Well, Carly had no business getting involved. I'm beyond ready for her to get back. Unlike Willow, Elizabeth was at work, so she couldn't. Oh, Elizabeth wouldn't waste her time or her bullets on Drew. Okay? Trina and Kai laughed. I don't want to hear about that garbage. Me neither. I don't want to hear about it too much either, but I'm just curious on that. He's playing with friends. Mm. He looks so handsome today with his dimple. He's evil to his core. He is evil, evil, evil. Okay? He is evil personified. He's the incarnate of the devil. He's the epitome of the devil. That's what he is. Just pure, unfiltered evil. Killing my girlfriend. My girlfriend. It's, oh, every second he gets to have dialogue and she don't, I get mad. What if Marco's 10x worse than Sidwell is killing everybody in Portia? Who shot Drew? I think Willow. I heard Portia constantly cheating. Yeah, she's a whore right now. He never cared about Emma Barber. Why we are talking about that trash show? Because the murderer got away with it, okay? And he gets to come back to town like nothing happened, even though he killed my girlfriend. Oh, fix it, Jesus, fix it. Fix it, fix it, fix it. Here's something. Luna sexually assaulted Willow just like she did the Zende, just trash. Uh-huh. Portia can go. Yeah, Portia. Portia. Awesome. What the F is wrong with Treehouse Tramp? LOL, why you pronounce her name like that? Oh, Horsha? Because she's a whore and she's a Sha. So whore, Sha. Robinson. Portia. Portia moved in 0 to 60. I knew Isaiah Salty ass was liking Portia gaslighting Jordan. Exactly. What the F is wrong with Treehouse Tramp? She's still going hard for Willow. Listen, Treehouse Tramp, let that bitch fall on her face like she want to do. Not only that, but Will and Electra slept together. Oh, he's a dirty dog. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Well, like father, like son. He's the son of Bill Spencer, so of course he got to get it in. He got to get it in. If Drew survived, I have a piece of cripple. Oh, and you did see Willow do some fake. I'm a barber at Kyreese. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Like, just some one day, I wanted to get under Darby 13's skin, and ever since then, that just became a habit. That just adds to her name. Luna rape Will. Oh yeah. Well then Luna can go to hell too. Luna can go to hell with gasoline panties on. Why is Ivy even on the show? Lord have mercy. Let's rule out suspects. Mophead was with her side man. Carly was with the plumber. Michael was talking to Christina. Willow left her job while on duty. Yeah, but I'm still kind of hoping it was Liesl Obrecht. She would get away with it. Okay? She would get away with it. Portia didn't. Luna and Lee. I wonder if Drew will undergo a personality change. Nope, no redemption. No redemption arc. Who is Mophead? Portia's the poodle. Portia the Poodle Robinson. I love Will and Alexa together and passion of them making love. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Well, that's cool, but I can't watch that garbage TV show. Even more so now that the murderer is back. But I didn't want to watch him before the murderer left. Can Portia get pregnant or she's on menopause? You know, that was actually my next poll question. Hold up. Because let's end this poll. Everybody wants to believe it was Nina's. But if it was Nina, that would be one hell of a twist. Drew probably going to be paralyzed. And I hope they all spit on him. I hope they all throw him down a flight of stairs. I hope they all. Sonny was talking to Dante. Yeah, Sonny. Oh, Sonny didn't do it. Sonny's a useless man. So he didn't do it. And no, the hell I don't. I know Alexis was talking to little Bill. She sure was. I believe Sidwell had the judge killed, but maybe he hired someone to take out Drew. That's true. And for those that are wondering why I'm coming so hard at Portia, okay, because I've been waiting for day one for her to slip up like this. Okay, we all know what did Portia do during her first episode? What did she do? She disrespected my Ava. Okay, she's been a stain of my a bane of my on my existence ever since. Cause her first episode, she disrespected my Ava. And I don't care if Ava forgave her, I didn't. Okay? I hold long-term grudges. 5 years ago, it was March 5th, 2020. Portia debuted giving my Ava all type of disrespect. And I'm still mad about it. Should have had Spencer and Trina hiding in the room, not Kai and Trina, when would have known how to hide a body. Who's gonna pick Scout up from Kim? Drew, you put a restraining order on her family, jackass. Exactly. Now it's time to Portia the poodle was not. Portia the poodle. Mop had cheated on her first husband, so what's new? Portia disrespected Ava was years ago. It was years ago, but it still made me mad. Move on. Ava got over it. How I remember the exact date too. The exact date. I remember the month and the date. Yeah, it was a week before I turned 20. I was I was ready to fight her every chance I got. Every chance I got, I was ready to. It's the horseshoe for me. It's Christine. I'm dead. Yeah, Portia. Why are we talking about Portia? Because that little whore disrespected Ava on her debut episode, which was March 5th, 2020. I was mad ever since. And hi, Danny Bear 87. How are you tonight? I've been mad ever since at her. Portia is quite annoying, but how are you today? Yeah, and lie and say the baby is Curtis's. Of course. Because once a liar, always a liar. I guess Gladys didn't know what they. But don't forget that Curtis and Portia had sex not that long ago, and I'm sex shaming her because of what she did disrespecting my Ava on her first episode. That's why. Portia has an alibi. She was writing Isaiah. Hippo, move on. No, I never got over that. Never. Isaiah is so trifling. I'm all right. How are you? I'm doing very well tonight. I'm doing very, very, very well. Curtis and Jordan gonna reunite. I'm tired of Jurdis. Did Portia still get pregnant? Did she pass the stage for menopause? I don't know. Given her attitude, she looks like she still get a period every month. So, I guess Isaiah is just don't come for Ava. Rick had to learn the hard way. Exactly. Ava was very nice and pleasant with Portia. Me, on the other hand, do you remember Portia's first air date? You still gotta cry. That is so petty that I remember the actual air date of the episode. So that takes petty to a whole new level. I'm dead. Portia can go. She sure could. She can go straight to hell with gasoline panties on. That mop head poodle head heifer with her curly nappy hair. I'm like, you know what? She could like that's why her hair looked like she smelled like armpits. I'm just saying, like, I'll tell Portia, don't ever run up on me because you smell like onions, you dumb hoe. Eat 3 biscuits, bitch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I tried to go PG, but you know, Portia, she bring my dark side out. Yes. Yes, I knew that, and my sweet Melanie brought it up earlier as well. So, and I'm looking forward to Tamara Brown's new character. Portia's hair was looking bad today. Rick is hogtied in the basement with Ava's sex toy in his mouth. So, I bet you that's not the first time he saw that sex toy. I bet you it wasn't. You're not damn sorry. I am sorry. Okay, I am. But you know, I had to do what I had to do. Portia can't compete with this new Jordan. Hell no. If this new Jordan was in the role, I'm sorry, but Curtis would have never left her. I mean, I can guarantee you that. Because we'd be like, hold up. I must be pissy drunk. Because there ain't no way he left that for that. I mean, don't get me wrong. As much as I don't like Portia's personality, she is pretty. But look at the sexy. Look at the sexy. Rick is going to get lucky. Exactly. But we're no longer going to call what Ava did to Rick attempted murder. It was a love tap. Audra's finally going to have a job she doesn't have to drop her drawers for. Well, you know, I could always chew through the underwear, but you know, let me stop. How do Rick like things go in the bedroom? Ooh, I don't know. He because you know Ava like it rough. I don't know if they be putting their fingers in each other or something. Like I don't know if Rick is okay with that or not, but he don't look like he would be okay with that. But you never know with Rick. He's kind of unpredictable that way. Recast Noah and Audra made a hot couple. Oh yes, we are. Why they keep hiding her porch booty? They hiding that booty that Portia got, and she got a good booty rolls. Not the good booty rolls. I wonder if Ava's gonna give Rick a sponge bath. So Ava never done anything wrong in your eyes? She has done wrong, Math Bell. She has done wrong. Okay? She switched Morgan's medication. That was wrong. She killed Connie Falconeri. That was wrong. Hey. She threatened to have what she had to do. She had to do what she had to do in the overall. But you know, she's done a lot of horrible things, but a lot of the things she's misunderstood though. Does anyone miss Connie? Nope. And Sonny only brings her up whenever he wants to make a point. Whenever he tries to win an argument with Ava, that's the only time he mentions Connie is when he wants to. Hi, Tanya. Yeah, she's right here. Jason's gonna have to save Britt and bring her home. I can't wait. But the only thing I'm annoyed about when Britt comes home is Lulu is gonna start her mess all over again. Of all the things, that's all you can come up with. Okay, I could come up with more. Fine. She was wrong to not tell them that Paul Hornsby was the serial killer. She was wrong when look. Now she had every right to hit Nicholas, okay? She had every right to hit Nicholas. She was wrong when she look. Do I really gotta pull up all of Ava's crimes of what she did wrong? But why don't everybody could always say what Ava does wrong? What about what she did right? Okay. How about when she put her pride aside and she let Avery stay with Carly when she thought when Esme and Spencer were stalking her? Okay. She put her pride aside. Ava hits the one she loved the most. Exactly. That's all. Fine. She was wrong when she drugged Sasha and Griffin. All right. She was wrong then. She was wrong when she threw that lantern at Sonny and Carly and then held them at gunpoint. You can stop. I don't want you to hurt yourself. we don't have. You don't have all night to list all of Ava's crimes, but I'll give one more. One more. And then she but look, that's all she did that was wrong in my book, okay? That was it. That was it. Everything else that she did, I could justify the rest of these crimes. When did Ava drug Sasha? I don't remember that. She did. Remember when cause when Sasha was pretending to be Kiki's sister when she first came to town, and it was right as Kiki left. That's what led to their final scene together. When Kiki wanted to slap Ava. Oh, thank you. That's nice. Lord. Oh yeah. Oh, that's what Ava was wrong. Was when she didn't tell them that Sonny was off his medication. Okay, when Sonny, she should have told Sonny right away, and she could have had a redemption storyline. Yep, she just gave her a little love tap. That's all that was. It was a love tap. Okay, it's been some years since all that happened, so I guess it only makes sense I forgot. That's true. That's why I'm here to remind you. Oh, because you know I'm always paying attention when Ava's on. I could tell you every single episode Ava's been on, the date, the time, the thing. I remember every last one of her dialogues. We all know I be paying every attention when Ava's on screen. I could tell you every single bit of her story development. I don't think I think I'm allergic. If I find out that Ava was on an episode and I didn't watch, I would start itching. Ava saying that Sonny was not would have not redeemed her in any fashion whatsoever. Yes, it would have. But you see, she blackmailed to keep doing it. Well, now that was on Sonny. Okay, that's Sonny's own damn fault. Okay, if he hadn't done, but you know what? Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. On second thought, yeah. Someone said Monica shot Drew. Ooh, if Monica shot Drew, but no, that would be disrespectful to Leslie Charlton. It was wrong when Sonny was. No, it was not. That was not. That was 100% Ava's right to do that. Ava had every reason and every right to do what she did. Okay, I would have left that little short bastard right where he was at too. So I would be right in hell right along with Ava. Hi, Blackpink me. How are you? Lordy, where's Tanya Gordon? Look, I would have left Sonny on the floor, right where he belongs, just like Ava did. So if I did that, would I be wrong too? Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I would be. But if loving Ava Jerome is wrong, I don't want to be right. I'm dead. Monica had many ways to kill Drew. She's a doctor. She could have poisoned him. Sonny said my heart when he had a heart attack. He would have to have a heart in order for it to attack him. You defend Ava like Willow defends Drew. How dare Ava? She never pushed that pregnant fat bitch down the stairs, okay? Christina was a little bony hoe before and after being pregnant, but when she was pregnant, she should have kept her kangaroo ass out of Ava's face. Okay? She didn't have to be in her face threatening her about her own child. Don't nobody want to hear that. Okay? So all Ava said was, don't threaten me. But she didn't push her. All right? Christina trapped. Oh, Tommy Smith said he would smash Ava. I don't blame her. I heard someone said it was Stella shot Drew or Martin shot Drew. Stella doesn't have it in her body to shoot Drew. She can't handle hard time in prison. I'm dead. I am something else. My sweet Melanie, where you at? Let's see. Where was her last comment? When she said that wish will come true, will not come true about Victor Newman. Awesome. My sweet Melanie's right here. I miss I miss seeing these purple hearts every day. I missed it so much. I'm so happy you're back and feeling better. Feels right. Holden and Claire will sleep together and how drunk she got. So did Rick trip and fall? He Ava just gave him a little love tap. He's hallucinating the rest of this, okay? This is all being blown out of proportion. I wouldn't smash that witch for no amount of money. There ain't no amount of money that would make me want to touch that wrinkled ass body. Ain't no amount of money in the world that's gonna make me do that, touch that raggedy old woman. She is nasty. I like Claire and Holden more than her and Kyle. Yeah. But she need to listen to Holden and stop selling them wolf tickets. I'm just saying. Audra will eat her alive. Ava tried to she did not try to unalive him. She was just mad. But because Rick started it, okay? Rick started it. Oh yeah, hold on. Let me reread. What was Regina's comment earlier? And she said about, oh yeah, the pearly white smile. Oh, thank you. So sweet. I got to try. Oh, I can't wait for my event. Oh, I went back to the gym today. I'm so happy. I sure did. I mean, did I work out hard? No, but I still went. And I was still on for 33 minutes. Ew, Nikki Newman, I don't even see Victor smashing that. Nothing would make me want that wrinkled body anywhere near me. So Rick started it by stealing the kids' money? Yep. Ava just gets mad and knocks people unconscious a lot. Yeah. Congratulations, Heffa. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I passed my paper too. I got a good grade on my paper. I turned in that third paper finally. Now just one more to go. And this class can finally be over. I could tell Mr. Shepard and Nanny did date and get married in real life. False information. Nell ain't dead. Britt and Jason wasn't dead. Them keep coming back from the dead. Same thing for Victor Cassadine. Now, Victor, his old ass Ben needed to die. Who's more trustworthy, Ava Jerome or Ava? Okay, I don't trust not one thing that Sonny says. Not one word that comes out of Sonny's mouth. And I was so proud too. I could tell y'all this paper was a good one. I wrote about how longer term bonds are more of a risk than shorter term bonds. What's a good grade? It better be an A. It sure was. It sure was. It was a very good paper. I'm telling you. I was writing it about bonds and how bonds longer term are more of a risk because if the interest rate goes up on a bond, then the value of the bond goes down. If the interest rate goes down, then the bonds go up. So yeah, I sure did. I was so proud of that paper. So proud of it. Because usually when I write these papers, I just be like, because that belt was waiting. Not the belt was waiting. Congratulations on your A paper. Absolutely. Thank you. Holden and Claire have always been attracted to each other. Of course it was. Look. Ain't nobody worried about Gemini's belt, okay? I would have gotten a good grade regardless, okay? Hello, out. I am not Rachel Brady. Rachel Brady's the one that needs the belt. She need a belt and a switch. I'm sorry. Like I usually I don't condone child violence and switching behaviors, but Rachel, she's of the devil though. I'm just saying. That Rachel she is just evil. Do you still hate Mr. Sheffield? Of course. But oh yeah, and Billy and Sally, they moved in together today. They moved in together. I'm like, I'm like, Sally, why do you always gotta move in with a man and you never get anything afterwards? I'm just saying. You ain't got no baby. Well, sorry. You ain't ever you always moving in with a man, but yet you're always broke after that relationship. Jeremy Horton, who's Stephanie Johnson's psycho ex, coming in October. Ooh, ain't that guy who take the CEO kid for a hat. Mm-hmm. Any man is going to be attracted to Audra Charles, of course. I'm happy Billy and Sally moved in. Sally always moving in, but always ends up broke afterwards. She don't ever collect her money first. See, this is the problem with Sally. I gotta teach her everything all over again. You don't leave until you get something in return. She don't even take nothing from these men. Hi, Doris. You are a very smart man and shouldn't have a peaceful night. Thank you, Doris. Sally and Billy are so boring. They sure is. They need to get it together. Because, baby, like, Audra can go. Good, because I will book a flight if I need to. I'm dead. Billy and Sally aren't boring. Kyle and Claire are boring. That's true. But The Young and the Restless was a really good episode today. See, just realized I told you Sally was a joke. I mean, yeah, because she's always moving in with a man, but then she stays broke afterwards. That's my problem. Like her and Billy, she's playing footsies with him. I'm like, damn, Billy, you didn't have to be all wimp like that though. When she talked about, oh yeah, you did. Oh yeah, you did. She said, wow, I really outdid myself. He's like, oh, you sure did. I'm like, you know what, Billy? All she did was just suck on it a little bit. You probably hit the pillow. Oh please, that was nothing. I'm just she probably just held it in longer than something else. Sally and Audra should have gotten a place together and run that business. Exactly. Will Chelsea be rescued on Beyond the Gates? Did you laugh when Drew got shot? You know I did. I'm so been just messed. Look, that's all she did. That's all she did, and probably because one more second, his heart would have gave out. That's it. One more second. Telling you, he was out of breath. She, oh, dead. He was seconds away from sweating. Look, Audra break Adam breaks Sally's heart. He cheated on her. Billy's loyal to Sally. Yeah, but I'm just saying. My problem with Sally is that she's broke all the time. Afterwards, like, why is she moving in with the rebound? You don't move in with the rebound. I'm just saying, her and Billy are definitely not going to work out. Like, because when you think about Sally and she's supposed to be getting pregnant and having a tie to this show, who's going to get her pregnant? Billy? Please. When they said she wanted to have other children, it ain't going to be with Billy. That stupid idiot don't need no more kids. He barely around the kids he got. Billy and Sally are serial cheaters. Exactly. Even though Adam's a cheating dog the last time around. Ew. We are not getting Kyle and Summer back together. Summer is gone. She's not coming back on this show ever again. Okay? I forbid it. I forbid Summer Newman from ever returning on this show. I boycotted her. Summer Newman has officially been canceled. You could blame me for it. I'm the reason that Summer Newman got removed from the Young and the Restless, okay? I sent in one too many complaints about her. I reported her to the FCC. I reported her to the SEC, FCC, and the IRS and the FDA. Okay, I reported her to all of them until they listened and they got rid of her. So you can thank me for it. I'm the reason why Summer Newman is no longer on the Young and the Restless. You're welcome, by the way. I sent in so many different complaints to all the production companies. I was such a Karen. I was a Karen on that phone, and and I was typing. I sent so many emails. Like, you have no idea how many emails I sent. I like Skyler and Kyle and Claire. Not the FCC doing you reported her to all the what the I reported her to the FBI too and the CIA. Okay, I reported. I got Summer Newman removed. I by any means necessary. Hi, ranting with Ricardo. How are you tonight? Summer could return with Harrison, or is just gonna stay because she still love. No way. I got rid of Summer. I worked hard to get rid of her. Now I'm trying to report Nikki to the Animal Rescue League, but they said that they're full. There's not enough room in the kennel for her. So that's why we're still stuck with Nikki Newman. But I was able to get them to take. That's your opinion, but ain't endgame. Claire needs a real man. Kyle's a weak link. Exactly. Thank you. You're welcome, Rosemary. You're welcome. Billy and Sally are just rebounds, has cheated. Lots on ice. Princess Victoria and Phyllis. Exactly. And he's probably going to cheat on her with Phyllis again. I'm dead. I can't stop laughing. Look, because it's the truth. I got rid of her. And I'm going to do it again, too. Summer can't be recasted. Nikki and then I'm not watching The Young and the Restless tomorrow. Matter of fact, I don't even know if I'm going live tomorrow. Now that I know that Nikki's gonna be on. I'm just kidding. I'll probably be live, but I'm not watching The Young and the Restless. That's for damn sure. So y'all better hope that General Hospital's a strong episode tomorrow. Otherwise, I'm not watching it. I'm just saying. I better hope General Hospital's ready to give me more meaty material. Because if you think The Young and the Restless is going to hold me over, think again. Because I'm not watching that where Nikki Newman is on. No way, Jose. we need to put pressure because she need to go take a long vacation. That's what she need to do. It's very selfish that she won't go on vacation. Can you imagine all the PTO that she has? Use your sway with Willow. ASAP. Then I'm working on it. It's taking some time. Like, I had to cash in a lot of favors to get rid of Summer. Summer was annoying. She was. Kane and Lily are endgame. Absolutely. I watched it. I don't compare it. Ava Drum tried to kill Olivia Falcon. That was an accident. She got in the way. She trying to kill a serial killer thing. Hi Jacqueline. How are you tonight? If Olivia wasn't so damn nosy. Trying to save Sunny every 5 seconds. Oh well, then use your favors wisely and cash them in just the right. Please and thank you, her and Drew both. Oh, I'm trying, but it's only a matter of time before I start getting rid of folks on General Hospital too. Like, I'm just saying, Lily's annoying me. She doesn't Kane exactly. She don't deserve him, and she won't have him. She can't have him. Like, if I'm Kane, I would be over Lily and her attitude. Lily and her attitude just work my nerves. That is what Lily be trying to do. Why does Lily always like to work my nerves out? Get rid of Drew, Willow, and Nina, and Colette. Drew and Willow, yeah. And Colette is already pretty much getting rid of herself. But I'm working on getting rid of Christina, though. I'm telling you that right now. So, Kate Mansing, don't be surprised if she find herself getting pregnant by that new husband of hers. I just might poke some holes in someone's. I just might tamper with someone's real life birth control to get rid of Christina. I'm just saying. I have powers. My prayers can interfere with your birth control. Kate Mansing, you might get pregnant. And Christina, you got to go. I'm about to wish Kate Manson getting pregnant with four children at once. You can get pregnant with four children at one time. Quadruplets. I'm wishing that on you, Kate Manson. Let me stop before I get karma. Hold up. Let me stop before I get my karma. But yep, I sure do. I want them to be all healthy, happy babies too. I'm hoping you get pregnant with quadruplets. I said it. Four babies at once. And I hope you have a healthy, happy delivery, pre- premature and all. You have a beautiful, has powers beyond any of our wildest dreams and imagination. But can you imagine if that becomes true and she watches this video? What if she really does get pregnant with quads? But let me stop. Let me stop laughing about that before I get my karma. Half of you going to have triplets. You see? Watch. Let me keep running my mouth like that. I'm gonna be like, oh shit. Right when I think I have what I want, I'm all happy, and then I'm gonna be like, oh. I'm gonna be like, oh. Hi, Spiderquake. Spiderquake said, "Do you think Jason saves Brit tomorrow? As he better. He better save my Brit. Brit is better than Jocelyn. And there's something I wanted to tell you about wrestling. Oh yeah, AJ Lee better come back on Friday. It better not be Rhea Ripley. I'm ready, and I don't care. CM Punk should have pulled a Randy Orton and hit Becky Lynch with a go to sleep on Monday. That's how CM Punk should have done that. I don't care. What would have Seth Rollins done about it? Nothing. I bet Audra would kick Claire's butt. I bet you she would too. I bet you she would whoop that ass. I want to see Nick and Sharon smash. All that teasing and they nothing when they got back home. Yeah, that was. Well, hold up. Nick and Sharon? Hell no. I don't want to see Nick Newman nowhere near naked. That is not on my appetite. Ever. Man can't hit a woman. Oh, yeah? Well, you know what? She hit him first. Equal rights, equal fights. I told Punk to hit the GTS. He gonna tell wifey to do it. I like Becky Lynch. But Becky wants to call herself the man. So if she want to call herself the man, she she could take a little go to sleep. I hate how fans made the Nikki Bella hate the Nikki Bella match. Like she made one botch. That Nikki Becky match was good. Eh. I like Rhea and Punk and Seth and AJ Lee. Now we need AJ Lee back on Sunday. I mean on Friday. Nicholas has a good body. So wait a minute. If you hit me, you shall get hit back. Exactly. Becky hit her multiple times. So equal rights, equal fights. All's fair. In love and war. Oh, Spiderquake, do you think that Portia is gonna get pregnant? Well, we know what I call her. Phyllis was giving a headache on her nagging. A lot of these fans hate saying she want AJ Lee. I know AJ Lee was a better wrestler. Okay, AJ Lee was a better wrestler than Nikki Bella. However, Nick is hot only with Sharon though. Ugh. Clip Johnson will be a recast of Noah Newman. Awesome. Star then keep her hands to herself. Y'all hate on Becky because she says what? I don't think Portia will get pregnant. Yeah, she is a little long in the tooth. But I still remember that dreadful episode, March 5th, 2020. She came in with a hot breath, with some curly, nappy hair, and a whole attitude. While Ava was being very nice to her, and Portia was rude. She was not only rude, she was very disrespectful too. And I never forgave her for that. I think age, both Nikki and Thing, they both wrestle the same. I think AJ has the better move set. She does have the better move set because she's a better wrestler. Yeah, now Lily and Daniel are hotter. I'll give Billy a chance to change my mind. Lily and Kane. I don't need to be reading that, Tommy. I don't need to be reading that about that. Smashing that woman. If Portia does get pregnant, it will definitely be Isaiah's baby, and she'll be his problem. Can't wait if the writers get a clue. Ava even forgave Nina. That's because Ava has a forgiving heart, but nobody wants to give her credit. Nikki is not better than AJ Lee. She has improved for sure, but not that much. Exactly. Nikki ain't better than no AJ Lee. But AJ Lee is hot. Half of you act like Ava's not rude. Who was she rude to? Ava always has manners, okay? She's the definition of manners. You sure it wasn't March 6th? No, it was March 5th. It was March 5th, 2025 was the day that she debuted, and I was not happy. Ava and manners will never ever go in the same sentence. Ava's nice, very nice to Trina, but Portia didn't care about that. Portia was just rude. Ouch. Ow. Ow. Ooh. On that note, um, ouch. Can you do the Kyle cry? Kyle's a piece of shit. He ain't running Audra at him. Wow. Okay. All right, folks. Have to tell that date this live is over. Just wait a few more minutes. Brooklyn Quarter Pounder is live. All right. Drew got shot twice because he's a no good bastard. Not Ava being Thomas no. All right, yeah. All right, but I gotta call this stream a night. This is a lot of fun. What's wrong, Heifer? My head just oh got a headache. I think something. But have a great night, Island Breeze. Yeah, I kind of got a sudden headache that came out of nowhere. But have a great night, everybody. While I pop me a Tylenol PM, and I will be back tomorrow